Welcome back, chess fans. In this video, an incredible win by Andrew Tang with black against Ediz Gurel in the London. Then we're going to analyze the key moves and position and ideas for black. This way, if you ever face the London with black, you're going to crush it. Let's go.
Qc7 was just such a pretty finish. This is yet another catastrophic opening for Ediz. He's back to pre-moving into d4. I mean, it's just really, really bad. I'm very surprised he's playing it because he knows it's bad.
Yeah. Black has a good light squared bishop, good center, good pieces. Just not putting Andrew under any pressure. Andrew, some of his losses, he's defeating himself. He's missing, as you mentioned, some forks. But we know Andrew has another gear available. We're waiting for Ediz to show what he can change up, because for Andrew, he's getting good positions. He converts them. He's going to have a comfortable lead. We got, 7 minutes left. It's a tied match, but you can't keep playing with fire and getting bad positions.
Well, one thing I can say from the spectator's point of view, this has absolutely delivered, and it looks so likely that we are going to see a tiebreak, but anything can still happen in these final 6.5 minutes. Both players have shown good and bad moments thus far. Ediz, not so good in terms of the positions he's getting, but Andrew, missing tactic after tactic to put these games away.
Andrew's up 2 pawns here. Make that one.
Yeah, one just vanished, but he's still got the edge, and now he's got the outside pass pawn.
Got to be careful where to put the rook.
Ooh, he's going to get kicked off the
Very
H-file,
nice
though.
by Andrew, kicking the rook away. And the king and rook are very far for white from defending that. Yeah. And the knight. I don't see a solution.
That's actually a resignation. He just doesn't have an answer to the H-pawn.
So now let's go into the chess. That went fast. By the way, I put Magnus Carlsen at the beginning of the video because he plays the London with white. And here, a very simple system with black. d5, knight f3, knight f6, London system, bishop on f4. We play e6, e3, and now we want to challenge that bishop on f4. Bishop d6. Most London players will go to g3. Now we play castle, very simple chess. Bishop d3, c5 makes sense, c3, queen c7. We can see we're lining up against that bishop over here. Knight bd2. That is a classic London system, ladies and gentlemen. We have the 2 knights here, the 2 bishops there, and of course, we have the pawn structure. This is what every London system with white will try to get. And now, very important, this is the last move to remember, knight bd7. Now you may say, why not knight c6? Which is logical. This is a mistake, because now d takes c5, and we cannot take back, because we will lose the queen. So then, on that move, we would exchange the bishop, and now h takes g3, and guess what? It's very difficult to recapture that pawn, and white can play b4. Therefore, very important to reach our key position with black, which is knight bd7. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Andrew Tang's recipe to win against the London. Once again, if I put here the moves, you have a different move order with black, but remember, knight bd7, bishop d6, queen c7, knight f6. I'm putting that so that you can write down all the moves. I'll put it in the description of the video. Alright, now let's see what happened in this bullet game. You can see both players play very quickly. So now there was a take on c5, right? And then we take back with the bishop. And the bishop here is attacked. So the bishop retreats. And now we're ready to finish our development with black by doing b6. What is the idea? Very clear. Bishop a6. Okay, castle is there. Now what do? Well, bishop a6. Rook goes to e1. We trade the London bishops like that. And here we go with the move of the game. And the move of the game, there was knight d3, take, rook c1, rook a d8, b3, rook f d8. And you can see that Hansen, Grandmaster, commenting, say, This is a terrible position for the black pieces, right? So then the game went on, and here we have total control of the game for the black pieces. Now the game was going fast, so I'm gonna go fast as well. And you can see over here, the structure is damaged. The queen is centralized, the rooks are centralized, and we're attacking that pawn here, attacking twice. So you can see, should I rather be like that? You can see you have a dream position here. You can even go back to the move over here, and with the bishop a6, a9, c3, we are targeting that square. That's where we're going back like that. And then we have a dream position here. White is tied up here. So now we can go back to the game. And here queen is 6. And here black is in control. h5, no reason to rush. Now I'm gonna go back a little bit. White is up a pawn. The game went to the end game. I'm gonna go quickly because I want to stop at the critical moment. e4 check. Now in this case, it was probably better to take, and play rook h8. In this position, you can play g6. The rook comes back to attack a5. Now you can give a check, and this is what, if I go back one more move, boom, the rook here targeting over here, and if the king comes back, you give a check, and this is extremely bad because in this variation, if you do like that, you get checkmated. You get checkmated this way as well. So on this check here, you have to come here, and then you are definitely winning with the h pawn. Very important to remember. She's a key variations. And here on e4 here in the game, king d2 is played quickly. And now, look, very clear, the pawn is racing over here. Rook h8, g5. And now we're going to try to push and activate while white has no pass pawn. Okay, let's just finish the game just for the fun of it. We'll go back to the opening in a minute. And now h3, and white resigned because neither the knight nor the rook can go back in time to stop the pawn, and even the king here doesn't have time to go back. So now if I go back to recap the opening here, we had a great opening here. Remember, our key position is knight bd7 so that we can control here. And now you may say, wait a minute, in another game in the match, bishop h4 was played, and here simply we do bishop b7. We have the two snipers, and we're doing extremely well with the black pieces, and Andrew Tang won that game as well. After queen e2, he played knight e4, and he was in control, right? The game continued a little bit, and I show you just the key move here, e5. Dream positions, white is contained, better position. Alright, but you may say, what if white castle in this position doesn't take on c5? You take, and here you have two moves. You can play b6, that's a move. I check with the computer. You can even play e5. Let's say on take, you have a dream position. Again, the London player here is playing all in the first 3 rows. Our queen is active, knight is active, the bishop come here. It's a dream right there. Bishop g4, rook a d8. We are in control. So again, I want you to show you in this position, castle we've seen, take on c5 we've seen. And you may say, well, what if we take over in d6 and then white castle? You know the idea. What the idea? We need to develop that bishop on c8. Just like in the other variation, we do b6, rook e1, bishop e7, and then on e4, we will take one time, queen f4. Look at that, we're putting pressure in here, and white has nothing better than to take rook f c8, and we have a better position already. It's probably equal, but easier to play. We're going to take on d4, double on the c line, and white has no idea how to target white. If anything, white is trying to defend. So again, I'm going to show you one more time. This is the key position here, how to get there. I'm going to show the move one last time. And that's the key position. No matter what white is trying, we have a dominant position with the black pieces. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video, live action, and opening analysis. Good luck to crush the London players with the black pieces.